Bonjour.
Welcome to our Pairdeer studio. Pairdeer Battery, the leading alkaline battery manufacturer, ranked #1 in China and ranked #3 in the world.
First of all, please pay more attention to our Pairdeer homepage.
And please also visit our exhibition booth online. You can find different kinds of batteries as well as different kinds of packages.
Well, today's topic is the power of the lab.
Before we get into the introduction of the lab, we want to give you an idea of what the batteries are made of. Since our lab will test each component and parts of the batteries. You have seen there are so many different components and parts already on the table. We will introduce some more.
Sure. Please take a look at this one in my hand. This is steel can, which is like a container to store the raw material. More material inside can produce more power, and inside it there is a coating of nickel, which can improve the conducting performance.
Well, I have two bags, one of which contains the positive raw material of the batteries. The name is EMD, Electron manganese dioxide. And in the other bag, this is zinc powders, which is the negative raw material of the battery.
This is a separate paper, not a normal paper. It is like a filter tip of the cigarette. The function is to separate the anode and cathode material to avoid internal short circuits.
This is battery collector. It has the nylon gasket and cochineal. Nylon gasket is a small but the key component for the battery safety. We have a safety design inside it. We call it the explosion-proof valve. So when the battery is in correct use, the valve will be opened automatically, and then the gas inside will be leaked out to avoid the battery explosion.
Now all of the components of small battery we have introduced to you, and I'm sure you'll have a good idea of the battery.
Now we will start with the introduction of our Pairdeer lab. Pairdeer lab, the largest lab for alkaline battery in China, and also it's the first lab in the industry to get the CNAS certification.
Hi Ella.
Yeah.
Today is a really good day for us to have this chance to introduce our lab and the battery to our customers. And I also learned that you have prepared a special video of lab tour.
Yes, very nice video. This is for the lab tour. So let's watch it firstly. Hello everyone. Welcome to our Ningbo Battery Company Limited. Here I show you our core department, R&D Research Center. Let's go. Here is the largest alkaline battery lab in China and the only one in the industry to get the CNAS certification. The first function of the lab is to analyze the raw materials each lot, like the manganese dioxide, zinc powders, and so on. And these systems is to show the status of the test and pass it by short message to related departments. Okay, she is doing the test to check the raw materials for the heavy metal and the impurity content. Heavy metal and impurity content control is very important for the quality of our batteries because it can reducing the leakage rate, improving the battery service life, and can make our batteries more environmental friendly. My engineer is doing the test. Follow me. Let's to have a look what he is doing. 你好，请问你在做什么测试？
我这是在模拟电池使用中的不正确安装和短路的测试。
这个是？
这个是短路测试。
这个4节电池是
3正一反测试。那我们进入电池安全实验室进行测试吧。
好的。
现在呢，我们来做这个3正一反的测试，把这2头给它接起来，就形成了3正一反的回路。
好。
我们3正一反的要求呢，就是可以漏液，但是不着火不爆炸。
好，让我们来看一下实验。Here we come to a mysterious room. This room is to do the most concerned test by consumers, battery discharge time test. Follow me. Hello, nice to see you. 你好，你好。这些代码代表着什么？
这是我们生产线的代码。
Okay.
每天我们都会从各条生产线上选取一定量的电池做电性能的检测。
哦，我看到了，这上面都有生产线啊、送样类型，也就是说，我们每条生产线都会抽取电池来这边做电性能测试，这样我们可以100%的保证我们的质量。
是的，这是我们国内目前规模最大的电池性能检测实验室。总共67套放电设备。一次性可以放17000个电池。
哇，
每年我们用于电池检测的数量达到40万只。
40万，哇，厉害。
我们所有的测试数据都存储在数据库里面。
Okay, so the test data of each order can be traced in this system. Nylon gasket, very small, but the key component for the battery safety. There is a tolerance of the gasket pressure. If over the limit, it will lead to the leakage or explosion. So that is why we need to do the pressure test for each lot. After the lab tour, you can find every batch of batteries have to go through so many strict and precise tests. Then the qualified battery can pass to your hands. I believe you would, like me, have more confidence on the quality of our batteries. Thank you for your time. See you.
Wow, amazing! So many incredible machines. Frankly speaking, I'm really impressed, and I think the customers still like to learn more.
Yeah, I believe so. Now we are going to explain each instrument and each test in details.
Let's start with analytical equipment. We detect the heavy metal substance such as mercury, cadmium, lead in every batch of raw materials such as zinc powders, manganese dioxide to make sure the produced battery is environmental friendly. Moreover, we also do the impurity controls, which is very important for the battery quality. Since if more impurity in the produced battery, it would generate more gas inside to have the potential leakage problems. So we monitor each batch of raw material to make sure the quality stability.
And this equipment is for image size measurement. We detect the plating thickness coating on the battery steel can and the bottom cap of negative pole in order to protect the battery from rust and to ensure the battery performance. Also, it can test the size of pressure expansion seal, negative terminal, copper nail, and so on. This equipment is to test the permeability of separate paper, which can separate the cathode and anode material from direct contact and reaction. With the help of the electrolyte, it can let the electron move freely.
This machine we saw in the video is to test the explosion pressure of the sealing gasket. If battery short circuit or in other incorrect installation, a lot of gas would be generated in short time. So when the gasket explosion pressure don't meet the standard, for example, if too small, explosion proof valve would be easily opened to cause leakage. If too big, the gas can't be released successfully and would have explosion finally. In order to ensure the safety, we test the pressure of sealing gasket, not only for every coming lot, but also from each production model, The model number is marked in each gasket.
We check the structure inside the battery by this X-ray transmittance equipment. It is like a physician for battery who can find out internal problem without opening it very quickly. Our production machine needed to do regular maintenance. After it, we first do the sample production and all batteries need to be checked by X-ray machine. If the combinator inside is not straight or having some bubbles inside, the production line is not allowed to do running. Instead, it needs to do maintenance again until the produced sample batteries can pass the test.
This equipment is called a scanning electron microscope. We use this machine to check the surface structure of materials and do the relevant research on new formula. Take the zinc powder as an example. As you know, we have different formula to make the different grade of batteries. Like the long size of zinc powder is suitable to make the high power discharge battery, and the long size is fit to make the small or middle post discharge batteries. That is why we need to check the surface structure of each batch of zinc powders. If they are the correct size, we are needed.
This room is used to test battery discharge time according to IEC standard, ANSI standard, China national standard, and some special requirements from our customers. Nowadays, this 300 square meters lab can test 18,000 pieces of batteries at the same time. We test not only our products, but also the batteries from competitors to do the comparison test, such as Duracell, Energizer, and so on. All the test data will be stored in the database for 5 years at least. That means our customers can trace the test data for each order.
Now we come to the battery safety test. One single battery is going to do the short circuit test. As you can see, we connect the negative and positive together with a cable. In the daily use, normally if you broken the battery jacket in the bottom like this, the spring would connect the positive and negative, so the battery would short circuit, and it would generate amount of gas inside in seconds. The temperature of the battery surface can reach 70 to 100 degrees. As introduced before, we have explosion-proof valve in gasket, so the battery would leakage, but no explosion. And these 4 pieces of batteries in series connection, but the key point is that one of them is negative direction. They are going to do the incorrect installation. It would also happen in daily life, like we put the several pieces of batteries in the torch, in the toy, or in other electrical devices. The one piece of batteries is in the wrong direction. So we stimulate the incorrect usage and to make sure every batch of batteries would no explosion and to ensure the safety of battery.
Should we do the safety test here?
Really? Even our Pairdeer battery is short circuit or incorrect installation, but they are still in safe condition. No fire, no explosion. But I think this test is better to leave to the professionals. Okay, that is our introduction for today. Thank you for your watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave your message on our website. Our colleagues will reply to you immediately.
Okay, in the coming days, we will still provide you a lot of live show. We hope you will be here on time.
Thank you for your watching. See you next time. Bye.
Keep following us. Bye-bye.